John Piper with the weekend video clip, and it's Saturday the 1st of June. And starting with Bitcoin this morning. I believe we've now got a complete 5 in place, so 1, 2, big 3, the triangular 4, and then this final 5th. I'll look at the detail in a little while. But it fits quite nicely. We've also got the alternation between this ABC wave 2 and the triangle wave 4. Wave 5 is a little short. It depends where you count it from. In terms of this wave 1, which took us up over 1,000 points, over 30%, whereas the 5 here has been less dramatic than that. Although, of course, if you count it from here, it's not so bad. We'll look at that in a minute. Support levels, well, the wave 4 low around 6.5 is one favourite, and of course we've got the 38.2% retracement at 6.720. Then got wave 4 of the next low degree around 5,000, and 50% around 5.4. 50% retracement, that is. Gut feel, hard to say really. I think 50% is certainly a possibility. It's down to 5.4, so there'll be masses of wailing about crashes and Bitcoin dying, all this kind of stuff if that happens. I think it's quite possible this one might hold though, the 6.6, although even that, given that the recent sort of 1,000 point blip is apparently a huge crash, I guess even that could be portrayed as the end of the world for Bitcoin. Anyway, I think the peak's in, and for now, either that level around 6.6 or around 5.4 are the key levels. So the first one to watch obviously is the nearest one around there. Must make the point that this has been a very solid rally, 3,000 to 8,000 plus, almost 9,000, so almost 200%. I'd expect the wave 3, once we see a decline, now say we see a decline, as I said, down to 1, 2, 3, down to 6 or so, be quite subnormal in fact, but not so subnormal. Wave 2 is normally a bit longer than that. The next leg up when it comes in will be dramatic, I believe. So I think we'll see 20,000 in fact on the next rally. So a substantial move coming. Catching it may not be as easy as we might like, although Bitcoin is much easier to track, I find, than say equities or currencies or whatever. But that doesn't mean say it'll always be that way inclined. But at the moment the edit wave patterns are clearer than elsewhere. But the next move up I think will be a dramatic move, and I expect it to come. If we look at the 6 months we've had since this low roughly, then a decline for 2 or 3 months is, I think 2 months of minimum really would be the kind of thing I'd be looking for. So it's now the 1st of June, so 1st of August perhaps, and I say the key levels are the 6.6 and 5.4. Right, that's the length of wave 5. This is a little bit technical. I mean, I put wave 4 at the end of the triangle. However, you could say that wave 4 perhaps ended here and give us a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this 5th wave up to make a 5 wave advance for 5. That's quite a neat count. Again, incorporates 2 waves which are also part of the triangle, but I think that's allowable. So perhaps the move up wasn't that bad. 7.6 up to 9.2 approximately, about 1,500, 1,600 points. So not 30%, but getting on that way. And the action since the high is also interesting. So let's expand this. So we have the solid spike up to 9.1. We then had an A, B, C. So exactly what an Elliott wave precision we'll be looking for, followed by another A, B, C. Now that may not be complete yet, but it sort of looks about right. So a C wave decline coming in next to complete the pattern, or at least complete the first ABC is what I'm looking for, and it's liable to go carry on a bit longer. So I would think all we've seen so far is the beginning of wave A, then a wave B, and then a wave C. So by the time that's all finished, then that could well be certainly in July. But anyway, we'll track it as it goes. But for now, I think Bitcoin is to slide back a bit, not too dramatically, but as I say, there's bound to be a few sharper moves, which that phase a few people. I mean, the job of these corrections shake people out. So we've seen the solid rally, it's dragged everybody in, essentially. So now we're seeing people getting out, and by the time this decline's over, a lot of people have been shaken out of the market, have lost faith in it, Not as dramatically as they did back in December, but there'll be these people thinking, well, this is a resurgence of the bear market, and that's how markets work. They build up this massive enthusiasm. It gets too much. Too many people have got into the markets, so they have to shake people out, so that the fuel is there for the next run up, which is what we're trying to catch next. All right, gold also looking good. I think we may now have seen the end of this rather messy descending diagonal, which I'm calling E wave 2. We've got a 1 irregular ABC 2, 3, 4, 5 as a first wave, A, B, C wave 2. Now a really nice thrust up here. This is looking very encouraging. We've taken out 1303, which is the high of D. So it does suggest that the bull is back, and this one is actually going to be sustainable. The level here is pretty important. We don't want to see a correction at the moment. Take out 1287. We want to see it go higher, correct again, fairly contained correction, and then up again. So at the moment, gold's looking good, and yeah, I hope you're all positioned, because it's, I think, going to be a very solid move, as I'm expecting also, of course, with cryptos. Now, looking at the Dow, I've had this what I call failure, fifth wave failure, wave 1. Wave 2 is very messy in the sense of A, B, C. There are alternative counts there, but that seems to be the one I pro at the moment. I mean, it could be through a peak there, I suppose. That would then be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I might be a better counter for that. I don't like it's all rather news driven. News can be very fickle. You get very bad news coming out, then suddenly there's some announcement and the whole thing changes. And I prefer moves which are clearly signalled by market action, which come out of nowhere really to an extent. At least a setup. So setup is a bit messy here, to be honest, and I'm not convinced we're going to go falling sharply at this point. The DAX also looks pretty corrective. I mean, it looks like an ABC in the making, really. A, B. This is a fairly messy double diagonal ABC, B, ABC. I mean, there are other interpretations here, but again, it just doesn't really sit that well as being a major decline. And the news, as I say, the news aspect is a big issue. Anyway, that's all for today. I found it useful. Back to the report for subscribers on Tuesday. Have a great weekend. Thanks for listening, and bye for now.